The most dangerous battlefield isn't in Ukraine or Gaza, it's happening right now inside your head, and you probably don't even realize you're in the fight.
That's quite a statement. What exactly do you mean by a battlefield in our heads?
Well, in 2020, NATO officially declared something called cognitive warfare as the sixth domain of warfare, alongside land, sea, air, space, and cyber. But unlike those other battlefields, this one targets how we think, what we believe, and even our grip on reality itself.
So, is this just a fancy new term for propaganda?
Not exactly. Think about how the Vietnam War played out. The US won almost every major battle, but still lost the war because they couldn't win public opinion. Now multiply that by 1,000 thanks to social media and AI.
You know, that reminds me of those recent deepfake videos of political leaders that looked frighteningly real.
Exactly right. During the Ukraine conflict, we saw a fake video of President Zelensky surrendering that looked completely authentic, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
So, how did we get here? I mean, from traditional propaganda to this new digital battlefield?
Well, it's fascinating actually. During the Cold War, the US used Radio Free Europe and Hollywood movies as weapons of influence. But by the 1980s, Reagan's administration realized that soft power, cultural influence, could be more effective than military might.
And I'm guessing the internet changed everything?
Oh man, did it ever? Remember the Arab Spring? Social media became a revolutionary tool. Then, in 2016, we saw how a small team of Russian operatives with laptops could influence an entire election.
That's actually terrifying when you think about it. What makes modern cognitive warfare so different?
Here's the key. It's not just about spreading false information anymore. It's about creating so much confusion and doubt that people stop trusting anything they see or hear. Studies show that exposure to just 3 hours of coordinated disinformation can significantly alter someone's political beliefs.
Well, that explains why my uncle suddenly started believing in all these wild conspiracy theories.
And that's exactly what these operations want. When you can't trust anything, you can't make informed decisions. Research shows that communities with high exposure to disinformation have up to 60% lower civic participation rates.
So, what can regular people actually do about this? We're not all cybersecurity experts.
You know what's interesting? Some of the most effective defenses are surprisingly simple. Studies show that just taking a 30-second pause before sharing content reduces the spread of false information by about 40%.
That's a much bigger impact than I would have expected.
Right? And here's another powerful stat. People who regularly cross-check information across 3 or more sources are 75% less likely to believe and share false content.
Those numbers really drive home how much individual actions matter.
Exactly. And get this, research shows that maintaining strong, real-world social connections makes people up to 50% more resistant to online manipulation tactics.
So basically, touching grass really does help?
Well, that's one way to put it. But seriously, the data shows that cognitive warfare relies on isolation and echo chambers. Breaking those patterns is crucial for defense.
How do you stay hopeful when facing such a massive challenge?
Here's what gives me optimism. Every time we pause before sharing, every time we fact-check, every time we step outside our bubble, we're building resistance. And that resistance is contagious. Studies show that one person's critical thinking can influence up to 150 others in their network.
That's actually quite encouraging. It means we're not powerless.
Not at all. And here's the thing. Understanding these tactics is half the battle. When you know you're on a battlefield, you're much more likely to watch where you step.
I'm definitely going to think differently about my social media use after this conversation.
And that awareness is exactly what makes cognitive warfare less effective. Because in this new kind of conflict, our strongest defense isn't technology. It's our ability to think critically and maintain genuine human connections.